G'day, welcome to Board Game Backers, brought to you by Liberty Guild Gaming. Today's solo playthrough is Kingswood, brought to us by 25th Century Games. Artist is Tristan Rosine and designer Henry Odbenden. Hopefully I definitely butchered that name. And today's sort of random location is the bakery, whereby we can refresh one heart and capture a monster from the forest. And our random sort of guild today is the Arcanum, where his special ability is that he doesn't actually pay for a coin when he skips over locations. So he can just disappear and reappear, apparate to any location of his choosing, so to speak. So there we go. And first thing I'm going to do from the blacksmith is spend a coin and gain myself a sword, since I'm a bit short on the sword front. And move over to the market and sell some garments, get busy at the market, make some coin, hopefully. And the King's Guard heads to the blacksmith. Right off the bat, he is suspicious of the workings of the blacksmith. And we reveal our monster. And if we get 4 monsters at the end of the round into our forest, we lose the game. So, and we're not competing for fame in this one, as we're the only guild that's currently active protecting the village. So I am going to, I'm going to spend a coin, gain a heart. There we go. Thank you very much. And I am going to head over to the bakery and capture this sprite over here. Moves over, and let's flip that over, and we got another sun sprite. Okay, and I am going to activate this location over here and get myself some coin, get myself nicely cashed up, hopefully able to buy some supplies, move over to the blacksmith, spend a coiny, and get myself a swordie. And the King's Guard, after a good drink at the tavern, heads over to the market and doing some retail therapy. And now it's back to revealing a monster. There we go. Excellent. So I am going to go to, I'm just building up resources at this stage. And because I'm not too much under threat with those monsters, so I'm going to go get myself a spell book, move over here, and get myself a coin, and get myself another heart. King's Guard heads over to the academy, hears about some underage wizardry going on. He doesn't ever sleep. My least favourite of the monsters, the Toll Troll, going to cost 3 coins. And I am going to go and spend some more coin and get myself another heart. Over here. And move over to the forest and do some battling. What do we got over here? We have, let's exhaust the sword here. And the heart, and get rid of the goblin gang over here. I do have some coin, but I don't want to spend it. And we're going to take out this little sun sprite over here and remove the coin. And when we take out a sun sprite, it allows us to refresh 1 heart. So let's do that and refresh this heart over here. Now, heads over to the tavern. Here there's a bit of a ruckus going on, a bit of drinking, and let's reveal a monster. So whilst he's at the tavern, the forest is left unguarded and a ghost comes out. So I am in a position to actually beat him if I so choose to, and then move over to the market and get myself some coin. You know what? Let's do that. I am exhausting the spellbook, a heart, and getting rid of the clearing out the ghost, moving into the market, and get myself cashed up. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. King's Guard moves over to the forest to do some guarding. Not that he's any good at it, because, maybe because the mean sprite was so pretty and he got distracted. And what am I going to do? I can refresh a heart and capture a monster, which I've already done. So let's get some more swords, shall we? Yeah, why not? I'll get another sword and move over to the academy and learn some wizardry and get myself a book. There we go. the King's Guard moves over to the blacksmith. And I think the kids are sort of laundering some money through the cauldrons and through the blacksmith. And I'm sure there's some intricate thing going on over here. You know, the undercurrent of the plot as we fighting monsters. And we reveal another monster. Let's not forget that, shall we? Moon Spritey. And when we take out a Moon Sprite, they actually reveal another monster into the forest. So, not so good for us when we're trying to control the forest. So, and let's go and refresh our books. Just looking at our sort of book situation over here. There we go. And I'm going to move straight to the forest. Not sure this is going to help us very much. Yeah, no, I'm going to... Why not? Get another heart. Over here. Certainly cashing up on those hearts, that's for certain. And the King's Guard heads over to the academy to investigate some underage wizardry. Another monster comes out. I'm getting a little bit concerned now, because there's actually quite a few out at the moment. So I am going to... Yeah, we are in a position... Yeah, I'm going to get myself cashed up at the market. There we go. Not sure how we're going to fare, but let's head over here and to the forest. Beat this wraith over here, and she'll exhaust 2 of our hearts for doing that. And let's spend some swords, some coin, and a sword to get rid of her. And I am going to spend a book and a coin to refresh a heart. To beat this one over here. So that way I've got room to capture a monster if I need to. So this guy here refreshes a heart for us, which is fantastic. Nice little sunny sprite that brightens my day. There we go. And now the King's Guard heads over to the blacksmith. Over here, just been dancing between the academy and the blacksmith lately. Another monster gets revealed. Oh, we've got our genie. So we've got to beat 2 or 3 monsters: the genie, the giant, and the dragon. We see how we go. I am going to use this opportunity to refresh a heart, capture this nice little moon sprite over here, and move over to this location and spend a coin and refresh all my spell books. So it's a bit of research rather than learning new spells. I am just remembering how to do me old ones. The King's Guard returns to the bakery, which I don't think this is actually his first time at the bakery. I do, so maybe he's feeling a bit peckish, a bit hungry. And another monster gets revealed over here. We are in a good little position here where we can actually beat... No, we can't. Yes, we can. We're in a position. Yay for us. So, okay, I'm going to do something a bit risky. I am. Not sure if I should, but let's do this. I am going to beat the little spritey over here. Which then reveals a monster. I'm going to beat the dragon over here and flip over 3 of these and 3 of these and beat myself a genie. The genie allows me to use the King's Guard's location, which allows me to refresh a heart and capture. And in this case, I am going to... What do you reckon? I am going to go and capture myself a goblin gang over here. There we go. And did some monstering. Is that all I've been doing? Have I just been fighting monsters this entire time in the forest over here? Have I not moved anywhere? I don't think I have. So let's go move somewhere. Well, I do need some coin, so And you know what? I'm going to go over here and spend a coin to replenish some swords. Which I'm not sure if is entirely a good idea. But we'll see how we go, shall we? Yeah, let's do this. Cool. There we go. And the King's card goes to the forest, so we can't do any more monstering at the moment. And reveal a monster. Okay, we've got a fireball. And he refreshes all our swords. Oh, clearly. Excellent. Thank you. Very, very helpful. Okay. We do need to get to the forest. So, and we're going to go to the market and get ourselves some coin. Let's sell some garments and do what we have to do at the market to get some coin. The King's guard, we head to the blacksmith. He's always suspicious of the blacksmith. And another monster gets revealed. Okay. We don't have any books, but we can certainly refresh books. So let's do that. Let's refresh all our books and move straight to the forest using our ability whereby we don't actually have to pay coin to skip locations. Okay, so what do we want to do? We can't do these two, but we are in a position where we can do these two, both of which will get us coin. So why not? Let's do that. There we go. And a book and a heart. There we go. We beat that small dragon. Get ourselves another coin, a book, and a heart. And get ourselves another coin. And we don't have enough hearts to deal with that one. But that's all right. That's actually not too bad of a start. We could get rid of the toll troll if we want to. I think that might be a good idea, just to free up some space. So let's do that. Let's take out the toll troll. There we go. Excellent. And have we actually beaten anybody yet that we need? Oh, we did. We beat the genie. So we only need to beat one more big giant. Or bat dragon. Cool. And that is it for me. And he now goes over to the academy to check on the students and more underage wizardry and witchcrafty things, or bring some wraith over there. The Dementors. Yes. So, and reveal a monster. There we go, Mr. Goblin Bully. And we are going to... we are going to go pay a coin, get 3 coins at the market over here. Head over here and get some swords. Refresh our swords. Over here. King's Guard heads over to the market. And another monster gets revealed. So we're in a bit of a bind, because each of these characters need hearts, and we don't have hearts. So, we're cutting it pretty fine. Let's activate this location over here and refresh all our hearts. And move over to the academy, spend some more coin, and freshen up on our spells. And the King's Guard moves over to the tavern after some retail therapy, and hopefully he's got a bit of coin just to get himself some good mead. Another monster gets revealed, and it's the ice ball. It's not the monster that we need though. So, okay, we're going to start clearing out things here. Okay, he refreshed our swords. He does. And I got 2 plus 3. Okay, we can do this. I'm going to take out the Goblin Bully over here. And swords. So the order in which we do this is important. So over here, and we take this one out over here. And then we take out the fireball. So we need to exhaust 2 hearts. And unlike previously, fireball and the ice ball, we have to actually discard a heart back into the supply, which we've done. He then refreshes all our swords. That's his nice little special ability at the bottom here. So that's actually a good day good day. And don't have any more to actually beat the captured one. So I'll move over to the market and get some more coin for us, shall we? Using the special ability of mine where I don't have to pay coin to visit locations. There we go. He's now in the forest. Now the monster comes out. Not the one that we need, which is annoying. However, I am going to use a coin and buy a sword. Move over to this location over here. Spend a coin and refresh all our hearts. So we're feeling pretty well supplied. And the blacksmith heads back. The King's Guard is heading over to the blacksmith to check on him again. Maybe he's not paying his taxes. Now we've got another monster here. We've got 4 monsters out in the forest, so it's important that I do something rather than nothing. And I could get myself some more coin or get myself some. I am going to spend a coin and get myself some books. Over here to make sure I've got all the reserve that I need. Head over to the forest and we can 1, 2. So unfortunate. Didn't actually check first. If I had 5 hearts, I could have gone through here and refreshed all my spell books. Yeah, that would be nice, but that's okay. We'll keep that in mind. We are going to take out the ghost over here. Doesn't take much at all. We'll take this one out as well. An easy clear out. And I'm going to get rid of my little captured beast over here. Or, no, I am going to take this one out. So exhaust my hearts and books and clear out the forest. There we go. That's actually a good day at the forest. Nicely done. Very happy with that. The King's Guard heads over to the academy, thinking that he might be not a squid, and thinking that he might have some magical potential. You've got the Toll Troll is out into the forest, and I am going to go get myself, refresh some hearts. Oh, but I don't have any coin. So I am going to go to the market, get myself some more coin, because I don't like to be poor. There we go. And head over to the blacksmith and spend some coin and get myself another sword rather than refreshing. Excellent. King's Guard heads over to the market, check on the overpriced Kickstarters going on there, a bit of over deluxification going over there. You know, I'm not a miniature man, I'm a standee man. Maybe he's the same way. And let's reveal the monster, shall we? Finally, we got what we need. We got our giants. So, what do we need to do? We need to refresh our hearts. We do, and I can move over here and refresh our books. Let's do that. Spend a coin, refresh all our hearts. Move over to the academy, spend some more coin, get ourselves some books. It's like we're researching for an exam, we're prepping for a big battle with the giants. The King's Guard heads over to the tavern for one last drink before the sun comes up. He's not having a very good outlook on our village at the moment, seeing a big giant. He's trying to get some Dutch carriage. So now I'm in the forest over here. I am in a position to beat this giant, which I will do. So let's exhaust these 3 hearts over here. 3 swords, 1 and 2 and 3. We get to beat the giant over here. He actually gets to refresh all our hearts. That's kind of cool. Very nice. So let's refresh all our hearts. And I'm actually in a position to beat the ice ball. So why not? Yeah, well, what do you won the game? Let's get in there and, yeah, do some damage. And over here. And that is the end of the game. So as we can see, we've got the giants over here. And we have the, and the genie. So we've actually sort of won the game at this point. we can do a quick little tally up on the points. Let's quickly do that, shall we? I could play on. Oof, should I play on? Ooh, that would be epic. Oh, yes. Let's play on, shall we? Let's do this. Okay, cool. And I don't have any more coins, so I'm going to move over to the market, get myself some more coin, and see if I can actually beat all the monsters in the forest. This will be a first for me. I think this is my second time me winning the game. So, and the last time I did this stunt, I did not make it through the deck. So, let's see how we go. Kingswood moves over to the forest. He's with a new lease on life, and I'm going to spend some coin and refresh my swords over here. Excellent. And move over to the tavern, spend some more coin, and refresh some hearts. Over here. Moves over to the Kingswood moves over to the forest. And I forgot to reveal a monster on the previous turn. And now I reveal another one. Come on, let's not cheat here, shall we? Oh, there's my dragon. And there we go. And I am going to spend a coin. Get myself another heart, because I keep loop breaking these hearts when I verse these fireballs. Head over to the forest. First thing I'm going to do is take out the dragon. That's 3 big beasts. 3 books and 3 swords. And he gives me 3 coin for the trouble. Yay! I'm going to put this over here though. So that way I know what my real score is when I do the quick tally at the end of the game. And these ones are just little extras that little bonuses for see how well I go. Do I have 2 more hearts? Yes, 2 swords. I'm going to take out the Goblin Bully as well. There we go. Oh, not there. Over here. Some good battling going on there. The Kingswood head over to the tavern. He feels kind of useless at this point. He's not really doing a lot to defend the village. This guild is doing the bulk of the heavy lifting. So what do we have? We've got 3 coins and heart and shield. So excellent. I am going to go to the market and get myself some coin. 2 and 3. There we go. And I'm going to go over to the blacksmith, spend some coin, and refresh all my swords that I've got here. Also, keep in mind too, I do actually have a captured beast, goblin, under here. I do. Then Kingswood head over to the market for some retail therapy after some drinking, and I will finish off these last 3 of these monsters. So the toll troll will cost me 3 coins. There we go. And the ghost will cost me a heart and my last of my books. And there we have it. There, we've actually gone through the entire deck. And this is excellent. Cool. But now let's see what my score is, shall we? We do actually have a little guild piece that we can go around the deck, but I'll just use the frown to do my scoring. So straight off the bat, we have 5 points. We have another 5 points for the giants, 3 points for the ice ball, 3 points for the wraith. The goblin gang will get added up at the end, and so will the ghost. So, but let's add the points here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So he'll be part of the goblins over here for some additional points. We've got the toll troll, 1, 2. So let's just put him over here. We've got the small dragon, which is 3. 1, 2, 3. Another dragon, 1, 2, 3. Moon sprite is just 1. Sun sprite is also 1. We have the moon sprite for another one. Wraith, which is 3. That's 1, 2, 3. So let's put the wraith over here. We've got another ghost, which is 2. So we've gone past this now twice, so now we're 42. Sun sprite gives us a nice little 1. The goblin gang gives us 2. And let's just double check to make sure I didn't put a wraith or a ghost in here. I thought I did. There we go. And a wraith. Like that, they're all worth good little bonus points. let's do this one over here since it's the easiest. So the Golden Bully gets us +1 for every one of these that we have in our gang, and we've got 2. And over here, we've got 2 Wraith and 2 Ghosts. So the Wraith gives us +1 Ghost for everyone that we defeated, so that's another 2. And this Wraith also gives us the same bonus for every Ghost that we defeated. 1, 2. So that gives us a total of 40, 50, 51 points is the new total. Excellent. Thank you so very much for watching. I'm relatively ecstatic. I'm just tired. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, but I am jumping inside. And so thanks so very much for watching. This has been Liberty Guild Gaming, brought to you by board game backers. The other way around, board game backers brought to you by Liberty Guild Gaming. You've heard me say it before. So thank you so very much. Have yourself a good day. Talk to you guys real soon.